Today we're going to work on the green. Haven't cut it in a while because of the Reno over here, which I'll show you guys towards the end of the video, just some updates on how it's looking, how the seed's going. But yeah, working on this today. Gonna give it a top dress and give it a bit of a mow. Yo mate, what up? Welcome to another lawn tip vid. So as you can see, we've still got some sand left over from the Reno. It's been nearly a week since I did that Reno on that grass over there, so probably time I get this off the driveway and let our cars get back into the garage. So first thing we're gonna do today is mow this lawn because it needs a cut. It's looking pretty good. Still needs a bit of water, but we've got some rain coming. I gave it a huge water after I did the Reno over here, so it has greened up heaps. But I was planning to do this Reno and do a fertilizer on it, so we're going to do that now. As you can see, the pin's in here, and there's heaps of golf balls. How good does that look though? I tell you what, it was not easy getting that in the ground. It was a struggle because this is such clay soil. But anyway, first thing we're going to do today is use the swabman for the last time, because the swabman is going to disappear. Sending it back to where it came from because it was only a little, I was just basically a long-term loan. So it's time for it to go back because I've got the Protea now. I'm gonna miss this bad boy. Been a good mower, but we used it today. Last time we used it, and then I'll have to get the rover back. But yeah, been a good mower. Keen to keep using this though. It's a bit dusty because I used it to roll that lawn and roll the seed in over there. But yeah, anyway, let's do a quick mow. So we're gonna do an outside pass with the swabman, and then we're gonna cut the green at greenside with the Protea. First thing, we're gonna just adjust this swabman to about, might go up to about 8 or 9 or even 10 mil, just for the outside pass, because I want to make like a little apron for this green and then cut this section here a little bit tall as well, so it'll sort of be like a little chipping area to chip onto the putting green. You'll see what I mean once we finish cutting today. But so we'll bring this up a little bit higher, and then from there we'll use the Protea. That was the final mow with the swabman. I'm going to miss that machine. Tell you what I love about that machine is how easy it is to manoeuvre around because it's a little bit lighter. Love the way the controls are set up. Actually really do like that. I mean, the handles are slightly a little bit flimsy, but I still like it. Like, it's still a good machine. And that rear roll is a little bit tinny. I've heard with the new ones they're actually upgrading that as well, which is a good thing. But mate, it's still a good machine. Like, I used it all last season. Like, it was great. So I'm going to miss it. I do like the fact too, this edge here is so flat, so like when I'm trying to do against the concrete edges here, it actually cuts like pretty dang close. I mean, it's still left a bit just there as you can see, but it's great, and it's got a clean cut as well. Anyway, stop blabbing about it. We're going to use this thing now. Cut the green, and then we'll get into our top dress. So we're not doing a full-on Reno here. I'm just doing a top dress to make it a bit more level so we can be putting at lower heights, because I'm taking it down so low. When I'm cutting at 4 mil, it just tends to scuff in some low spots and high spots. So that's the reason we're doing a top dress today. I need to get rid of that sand as well. But yeah, let's do the cut on the green, and then we're going to top dress. So that's all done. As you can see, we've got a little bit of an apron there. It's a bit sketchy, but there is a defined line between the green and the edge of the green. It's just so I can get up against those edges a bit easier. Now, people have been saying, why don't you top dress the driveway? I am not top dressing a couple of inches. It's like nearly 4 inches. Oh, thanks. So we're going to keep it like that. Because yeah, as you can see, it's quite a bit lower. And the thing is too, these driveways aren't even, like it sort of dips down on an angle like that. So if I top dressed all the way up to that driveway and up to the top of that one, like there would be a huge slope going across that way as well. So it's not worth it. to be honest. So I mean, it's pretty slopey as it is, but anyway, it's fine. But like the green actually has a little bit of speed. I'd love to get, that's not a good example. I'd love to get a step meter out and measure it once I'm starting to cut more often. But what we're going to do though, we're going to top dress it because we want to get this nice and even. Since we're at this 4mm height of cut, we need it to be very, very level. Like if I was cutting it like 10, even 8mm, you wouldn't really notice it scalping in certain areas, but you can just see when I cut with it, it just scalps into areas like this just because it is uneven. And like that, bit of a scalp there as well from the mower, just because it's a bit of a low spot there, so we need to get it nice and even across the board. Right, so if you missed last week's video, I top dressed that whole other area and showed you the technique and that. So I won't go too in depth today, but we're just gonna do the old flick and go technique again. Now this sand is just basically some nice pit sand, washed pit sand, fine sand with a couple of bits of coarse in it. So as you can see, when you scrunch it up, it doesn't clump together and it doesn't get crusty either. So that's the sort of sand we want to look for. And the biggest reason I'm using sand again is because it's got no weed seeds in it. Get a nice flat surface that isn't going to break down over the years, and it's going to help with their drainage as well. Now today obviously I'm not doing a core aeration, a scarify or anything like that, because I did a core aeration a couple of months ago on this, so no need to do it again today. We're just top dressing to keep it nice and level, and then you know, after that we'll keep mowing it, and then if it needs more leveling I'll just do light leveling here and there, probably even just with my broadcast spreader. But today let's give this a heavy top dress, nice heavy top dress. So it'll take a little bit to come back, but let's just do it. Leveling all done. As you can see, that is extremely thick. I would not recommend going that thick unless you got Couch or Kikuyu. Buffalo, I wouldn't quite go as thick, but it's going to be thick. We're going to rub it in though. It looks more intense than it probably is. I mean, but it is. I mean, that's not going to be as thick as that is. That's just a spot where I went a bit crazy with it, but you can see it's like a good 15 or more mil there. But I really want to get this nice and level. I mean, some of the sand might come off, but I want to make this section here level with the concrete at least. This section here I wanted to come up to the concrete at the end of it when I pull the mower off. Anyway, I'm never going to get these sides level, like I said. But yeah, it's thick. So let's rub it in, and then from there you can chuck some fertilizer down and keep the water up to it. Baby, you're back to health. Right, so as you can see, it is a bit of a beach, but that's alright. It is Couch, TifTuf Couch, so it's going to come back pretty aggressively, so we're going to be fine. I just wanted to really get that green level, so when I'm cutting short, it just is nice. I know I've said that a few times, but I really want to emphasise that's why I'm going so thick with this top dress here. Now I'm going to put down some Inoculate Complete, which is what I use most of the time on a regular program. I could use something like Inoculate XN, or even there's one called Renovate now, which Brant does as well, which is also on my website, which is used for renovations. The Renovate just doesn't include the wetting agent, the humic acid, and the soil microbes, so it's just a little bit cheaper. But yeah, remember this Inoculate Complete has soil microbes, humic acid, and wetting agent as well, so it's sort of an all-round fertilizer. And it's slow release as well, so it's going to last 10 to 12 weeks. But today, I'm going to put it down. Going to get a rainstorm, I think, in soon, so put it down now. If it doesn't rain, I'll just water in tonight because this won't burn. If you don't put it on wet grass, put it on wet grass, it'll burn, but it'll be good. put it out. So hopefully we get some rain tonight. If we don't, again, I'll water it in. So I'm going to use that hose link there. Basically, I use that hose link all the time for this side section. Struggling to speak there, but I use this hose link sprinkler as well down this side because I can actually get it pretty precise. I was using that that Sumi soaker, but it was just a little bit fiddly to set up. So in the end, I've been using this little hose link one and hooking it up to the hose link there, and then running it off the bore as well. But at the same time, I'm running some wetting agent and some kelp through my Easy Flow, which is just sitting over there through that hose link as well. So I'm going to be running some HydroLink Advance and some of this Fertec Kelpro through that Easy Flow there while I'm trying to get this to come back, which is going to be helping with, obviously, with our root system. The Kelpro is, so it's just a liquid kelp like Seaweed Secrets. It's just Fertec version, which has got a couple of different things in there with some amino acids and extra it's just a different type of kelp, basically. Bit of sea kelp. There's heaps of different sea kelps out on the market, and their HydroLink Advance is going to help retain some moisture in there. But this is a new bundle pack that I've got out at the moment. These are all in 1 litre sizes. You can only buy them in the bundle at the moment though, so it is up on my website. 125 bucks for all 4 of those, which includes free freight if you get it by itself. So 125 bucks just for those. But yeah, I've been trying to get these 1 litres for ages, and finally I've been able to get them. Been working with the guys at Globe, and now able to sell these. So we've also got some special effects, which is some liquid iron and some nitrogen. So I'll start putting that down probably in about a week, and then just applying that weekly by itself while the kelp and the HydroLink Advance is going through the Easy Flow. And then we've also got, the last one is some stimulus, so that's going to help obviously stimulate some growth, and it's also got some added kelp in there to help with the root system as well. So I can also apply that, probably I might even apply it at the same time as the special effects as well, so apply those two together just as a bit of a liquid fert app once a week, sort of like spoon feeding it to kick it back into gear, because I'm really going to try to push some growth on this because it's going to come back through the sand. But I'll let the sand settle in first after a whole week of watering, let it grow through a bit, and then I'll walk on it and start using some liquid ferts. But I'll continue to water it with the kelp and the HydroLink Advance in the Easy Flow, which, man, so handy, man. Not only having it in the irrigation system out the side to run through my sprinklers, but running it just through a tap and a hose, it works really well. Let me just show you. I'll run some through a hose link, and you'll see in a second, it won't take long. There we go, see that? That's that wetting agent coming through. There we go. So I'm putting out some wetting agent and some kelp just through my hose, which is awesome. So I ended up just hand watering that thing. In the end, didn't take that long, because, you know, just because I actually don't mind hand watering every now and then. Anyway, but yeah, from there now on in, I'll be using that hose link sprinkler across there. Oh, also, I'm actually working with HoseLink a bit now, so I have got a code to HoseLink's website, just Lawn Tips 10, and you get 10% off anything on their website if you use my code, which does give me a little bit of kickback as well, so I get a little bit of commission from that as well, just so you guys know. That's how it works. But yeah, I've always loved the guys at HoseLink. As you guys know, I got a HoseLink like 2 years ago or something, before I was getting any kickback on a code, so love their products. So I'm pretty excited to be working with them. Okay, so that's about it for this video. I'll keep you guys updated on this. I'll give you an update next week once we've seen a week of growth, see how much it grows through. I might even take some daily pics just to show how much it grows through every single day when you do such a thick top just like this, where you can't even see parts poking through like that. But yeah, thanks guys so much for watching. Stick around to the end if you want to see an update on the seeded lawn. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching and supporting me on this channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, if you want to. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and you have a good week. Alrighty, so we're at day number 7 on this seeded lawn. It's been exactly a week since I put this seed down. So as you can see, the grass that was already there is really starting to grow through that sand. But we have got a lot of little seedies germinating now. Can you see that? It's probably hard to see on camera. You can see seed germinating absolutely everywhere. Like, it's hard to get on camera, but there's just ridiculous amount of seed. So the pre-emergent barrier is clearly gone because the seed's surviving pretty easily. Yeah, I've actually got a pretty good strike rate. There's like seed everywhere, absolutely everywhere. The birds have been going a little bit crazy through here, little turds. Trying to dig out some seed. But yeah, there's even seed all through here, no bare spots really. I wish you could see, like it's so hard to see on camera. It's looking great. The only spot we got a bit of wash was just here. We got a big storm. We got a bit of wash through this area because it was so thick, and this sprinkler seems to spit out water like crazy for some reason through here. So all this stuff you see sitting on top was wash stuff down there, which I've just moved up to here. So I don't even know if that crap will survive. But it was washing it all out through here. But yeah, there's good germination. I'm really happy. You can even see up against the house there where there was nothing. Like, really good germination. Then out in the backyard, hard to see again, but there is stuff germinating absolutely everywhere. You can see some of the light green stuff. There's some thicker spots out the back here. All through here, that's all new seed. I mean, here's a spot you can probably tell well because there was nothing there. Look at that. Seed everywhere. So it's going gangbusters. Like, it's just going nuts. Which is awesome. Also right there. But yeah, of course, we're only at day 7, so the grass isn't thick yet, but it will be. It'll start getting thicker and thicker as we go along. But yeah, that's what we're up to at the moment, so just keep an eye out. Next week I'll probably do more of an update video. I'll be close to mowing next week as well, which is just crazy. Normally by about day 15 to 20 you can start mowing ryegrass, so it's not going to be long. Anyway, see yous.